Assalamu alaikum students. Good morning to all the students. I'm Ubina, MSc MA B.Ed, and I'm going to teach biology. In biology, the first lesson is nutrition. As we know, our body consists of so many processes, starting with the nutrition and with the reproduction. Nutrition, excretion, respiration, reproduction, coordination. There are so many processes in our body. The first process is nutrition that we are going to start in this lesson. As you know, nutrition is important in our body. We are working here, you are working here, all are working here for the sake of food. So food is necessary. Or for all the living organisms, even plants need food. Plants gives us food, they not utilize the food, but we are consuming the food. Why food is necessary for us? We need food for, why we need the food? We need food to get an energy and also for growth and also for repair and also to maintain the body temperature. To maintain the body temperature. So without food, no organisms can survive. Okay, students. Now we are going to learn about nutrition. As we know, food is necessary for all the living organisms. Food is needed. Without food, no living organisms can survive. So, first lesson is nutrition. What do you mean by nutrition? Nutrition is the first process intake of food material utilized by the organisms to consume by the organisms and utilize all the nutrients which are present in the food. What are the different nutrients which are present in the food? So many nutrients are there. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, etc. These are the nutrients which are present in the food that we consume and utilize all the nutrients and converts into energy. So to work, to do anything, energy is necessary. All these nutritions, the end product is energy. Okay, students, now we'll see what are the different types of nutritions. Nutrition is divided into two types of nutritions. Important. The first question you'll get from here, that is what is the two types of nutritions, difference between autotrophs and heterotrophs. First is autotrophs. What do you mean by autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition? Auto means self. Auto means self. Trophic means utilize the food. They self-prepared the food material is known as autotrophs. Now, who is the universal producer? Who is the universal autotrophs? Are plants. The green plants which consist of chlorophyll is autotrophs. They produce food material for all us. That is, autotrophs are nothing but producers that of green plants. Now come under heterotrophs. In heterotrophs, several types are there. The consumers. We are the consumers from the producers. Consume heterotrophs divided into saprophytes, decomposers, parasitic nature. Parasites. What are saprophytes? These saprophytes type of nutrition is the organisms which cut or decay the food material outside the body is known as saprophytes and then consume. For example, if you see the yeast, example saprophytes yeast and mushroom. These two are, and bread molds. The important is bread. The molds, the algae, the molds which are coming on the bread, they will cut off all the dead and decaying matter outside the body and then consume. It is known as saprophytes. What do you mean parasites? Best example parasite is our lice, which are present in our hair. They suck our blood and they won't kill the host, but they take the food material which is present in the host. This here, autotrophic nutrition, which can prepare their own food material, and the heterotrophs. Now we'll come, if you see the heterotrophs, your example is Cuscuta. Example is Cuscuta plant. Here Cuscuta plant, Cuscuta parasite example is Cuscuta plants, which grown on all the plants and they take the food which is present from the host, but they won't kill the plant. That is parasitic nature. Example is Cuscuta. Cuscuta, otherwise known as dodder also. So these plants do not have leaves. Means without leaves, no chlorophyll is present. Without chlorophyll, it can't prepare their own food material. So these plants depend upon the host plants without killing. Why our plants are producers? Because why means they prepare their own food material by the process called photosynthesis. See here, photosynthesis. Do this process photosynthesis, they can prepare. Photo means light. In the presence of light, synthesis means preparation. They prepare the food in the presence of light by using carbon dioxide and also water. See here, this is our plant. Small tiny plant is there, just so smiley. Here the plants take the sunlight energy, which is in the form of photons, and it takes the carbon dioxide which we exhale out, and chlorophyll which is present, chlorophyll pigment is present in the organelle, chloroplast which is present in the leaf, and water from the roots. Roots is a main conducting system where the water is absorbed by the plants. By using all these, the plants can prepare food by the process called photosynthesis, and the end product is carbohydrates. So what happened? So C.B. Van Niel for the first time explained this equation by taking carbon dioxide. This is an important equation. 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 12 molecules of water. By intake of all these, the reactants by which the water plants are consumed in the presence of light and chlorophyll pigment. The products are C6H12O6. What is C6H12O6? Carbohydrates. That is the end products which is present in the plants. What we are consuming. Next, water, oxygen. Here water is also utilized by the plants. By transpiration process it will go. But what about oxygen? This oxygen is a byproduct which is not utilized by plants. But we are using this oxygen by inhaling. So our carbon dioxide is used by plants and plants' oxygen is utilized by us. So like we are dependent on plants, plants also dependent on us. This is important equation. Van Niel for the first time, he written this equation by using carbon dioxide, water, carbohydrates, water and oxygen is synthesized. The important equations. Now the important, in 10th class students, the important questions that we are getting 6 marks question is 4 activities are there. First activity is whether carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. First activity. Whether carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. First activity is whether sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Yeah, oxygen is a byproduct. Oxygen is released from the photosynthesis. These are the important questions that we get from here. From 4 activities, you get 1 activity in long question, that is 6 marks question. So presence of starch. Whether starch means chlorophyll is present. The first experiment you are carried out to test whether the starch is present, that is chlorophyll is present or not. If you are taking a leaves, see here, simple experiment is there. We have to take the beaker, and beaker we have to take the water, and we have to take the leaf. In a leaf we have to boil in the methylated spirit. Why? Because all the chlorophyll has to get lost. When we remove all the chlorophyll from the leaf, and this leaf we had to put in boiling test tube, and this test tube is put in a beaker which contains water. After boiling for some time, if you take the test leaf and put on a petri dish, if you test, see here, now the color of this leaf is changed from green to yellow due to the absence of chlorophyll. So how can we know the if we use iodine, which test we are going to test here means by using iodine. This iodine solution, if we drop iodine solution on this leaf, it has to change bluish black color. If it changes bluish black color, then it indicates the presence of starch. Bluish black color. Now see here, if we use this one, if we use this iodine solution and we draw one by one on this leaf, it does not change into bluish black color because due to absence of starch. Why starch is not present here? Due to absence of chlorophyll. If chlorophyll is present, if chlorophyll is present, the end product starch or carbohydrate is synthesized. In the absence of carbohydrates, in the absence of chlorophyll, it doesn't change into this iodine solution can't change this leaf into bluish black color. This indicates that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis in the formation of end product starch. Thank you. Thank you all the students. I'll forward so many videos. Please cooperate and please subscribe our channel by seeing all these important information that we are giving to you. Thank you.